Today in Butterfly Garden, I thought it'd be a great idea if we built this cute little villa for right inside the park's entrance, kicking off the entire park and setting the tone for the entire area. I think that this villa is something that is going to be a common theme throughout the park. I think this build style is something I enjoyed doing, and I think that is what we're going to continue with. Moving into this build, it was really easy for me to picture where this should go because I want everything to be right up against the park entrance and then the park spill out from there. I want you to get lost in this magical place where you can, feel the vibe that is being put forth. And the immersion for that is very crucial to me. I don't think that a lot of parks take into account that immersion too much. I know that some of the bigger name parks obviously do, but there are certainly smaller parks who pull it off well. But it's very important to me in general. I did play around with different concepts for this build. I think that in the end, the one I went with works. But you'll notice something bizarre that I did. I don't know if I attached wrong or where I went wrong, really. It took a lot of fiddling with walls to get these roofs to line up correctly. And that wasn't something I wanted to spend all my time doing, but it's one of the perils of building in any video game. And Planet Coaster 2 is no stranger to that. Sometimes strange snaps happen, and sometimes those strange snaps lead to you taking a half-hour diversion to try to fix it. The windows were the fairy tale style windows. I like these. I think that they have a nice regalness to them, a nice class and an upper classy kind of feel. But this is not a uppity classy kind of building. It's a little villa. It's a nice little village house. And of course I wanted some wear on the building, but I wasn't in love with the brick. And I thought you could change it, but apparently you can't. So then I just went with this other pattern, this worn concrete. It works. It doesn't not work. Black fences are obviously the right choice here. I don't think anything else would have worked, but I did scale back some windows here. I do try to introduce a little forced perspective into some of my work. It's not always the case, and in a game like Planet Coaster 2, you really don't have to unless you build grand, and I don't build grand. I actually only have 2 parks between both the first game and this game that are considered mega parks, and honestly, both don't fill their borders, so hats off to the people that do that regularly. I prefer a tiny little park. These cute details are more than just aesthetics, they are also ways to illuminate. At nighttime, they will bring a gentle amount of light to that area, and I think that's really important because you need to set that vibe and tone without drawing too much attention to that upper floor. This begins the saga of messing with the roof, and you'll notice as I went to consider a gutter, but spoiler, gutter never happens, I realized that I needed to snap the roof to the structure and I needed to quit being lazy and just find out what's wrong with the wall itself. I didn't want to have to move windows and the supports and all the decorations, but in the end, look, it was causing me so much grief that I just had to. And some of this stuff, I couldn't figure out the wacky offset to where I was at, how it ended up so far off. Chalk it up to one of those momentary things where you just can't really remember what you're doing or why. I couldn't really remember, so I just switched to lighting. I know that from this angle, it looks like I just went right into it, and it was like it was planned. It wasn't. I was bothered by the weird snap, and I moved right on to lights on the lower floor. But they needed to be done, of course. And here also was the foliage. This needed to be done too. And I think that really does make a difference, just to help you set the mood while you're building. That mood is so important. You know, I get in a groove when I'm building, and it's only because I'll have really good music on. I wish you guys could hear the music I'm playing while I play. But it's all copyrighted, I believe. And then, of course, I do a little bit of path fighting, which is what's going on here. And that's when I concede and realize I'm just going to have to go with a creative path, and that's about it. No path would be complete in this park without having a cutout in it, because I want segmented areas of seclusion. Places where you can get lost. Places where you can just enjoy the gardens, and you can't do that on one standard path. You have to have many paths through many areas to get to that level. Foliage is what the front gate lacked, and it will be fixed, probably not in an episode, but you'll see it in the final tour eventually. But the foliage really adds a lot, and of course, gotta add this stuff too. The clutter, the flowers, it is a garden park after all. Butterfly Garden is one of those places that is just going to be charming and beautiful, and it's even going to have a coaster in it, I promise. One is on the way. It's currently being cooked up by none other than Loop-de-Loop Coaster. Here we go with some lighting along the pathways, and I think that about settles it. So what do you think of this? Do you like this little villa? Is it something that you enjoy? Yeah, look at this. I enjoy it. I really do. I would go there and I would hang out. I really would. I think that it's a lovely place, and it really has a nice, charming atmosphere to it. I want to say almost Italian, like an Italian villa, you know, or a Sicilian villa, maybe Sicilian. Maybe not. Maybe a little European. Yeah, I don't know. I really can't put my finger on what it is, but it's definitely fairy tale. It gives very fairy tale vibes. So that's the little villa at the entrance to the park. Next time we're going to work on the carousel area, recoloring it of course, and building tons more little buildings all around it. And as usual, it'll be in my nice calm style. Thank you for watching. If you want to check out how this park came to be, watch the video that's up on your screen now, because not only does YouTube believe you should watch it, I believe you should watch it. And be sure to subscribe if you're a new viewer and hit that like button.